Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Duster Squad podcast. Benny was giving us some. He was singing along to the intro that you all just heard.
Serenading them with the intro.
Yeah, actually, before.
Tune.
So I was in the call first, and I had my mic muted, and I didn't have my camera on. And Benny joined in, and then serenaded me without knowing it for 30 seconds of Billy Joel. Is it Billy Joel?
What was I singing? I don't
You were
even remember
singing
what I was
For
singing.
the Longest Time. Isn't that Billy Joel?
Oh, yeah. I think it is. I want to say, yeah.
I
It
might
sounds
be
like Billy
making people
Joel.
mad, but yeah, that's what you were
Close enough.
serenading me with, and I was
And then I came back and I heard your burp without
Yes.
even putting my headphones on.
That's
It
what
was
we do.
loud enough for me to hear it from over there.
That's what we do before the show. We just make a lot of noise. Well, how are you guys doing? It's been it's been 2 full weeks. I don't know if you were there the week before, Rick. I think you were at a wedding.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
So it's been a while.
It's been a long while for you, yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on?
Oh my goodness. So I've actually coming up this week. This is going to be my 6th straight week of going out for hospital visits.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's been a lot. I'm a tired Rick, but definitely thankful for the new job and learning a bunch every week. And luckily, so I will tell you, this is ultimately what this tired Rick is looking forward to. So I have a full week this week at a hospital, and then the week after that, so my company gives me off Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving.
Right.
And the day after. And my contract, when I'm in the office, I have a 4-day work week. So I'm supposed to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and be off Thursday, Friday. But because Thursday and Friday are holidays, they give me off Wednesday because it counts as the shortened work week. So they honor Wednesday. Like, you know how normally I would work Monday through Thursday and be off Friday because it's a 4-day work week? They consider Wednesday my Friday.
So they give it to you off anyway. Dang, all right.
So they give it to me off. So I'm using 2 vacation days on Monday and Tuesday. And I will be off from Saturday all the way to the following Monday, only using 2 vacation days. So very excited about that.
That's very economical of you.
But exactly. Exactly. But yeah, no, so I'm looking forward to that. But all in all, I've been pretty good. Trying to think of anything. Nothing crazy has happened. I actually, you know what? Actually, I guess personal life stuff. Well, not personal life stuff, but like personal travels. I went into the city last week on a Saturday and visited the 9/11 museum for the first time, and I had never been.
Very cool.
But I highly recommend going there. Yeah, if you haven't. Obviously,
we were there on a senior trip.
Yeah, we went.
Oh, you guys did.
It was 2015. I think it was pretty recent.
It was
built.
It was really new. It was really new at that point.
Yeah,
we were like one of the. We were there pretty early. It was very cool.
Wait. Yeah, no, they finished basically like cleanup and all that other stuff around like 2012, 2013. Maybe closer to 2015.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of crazy.
It was very new.
I wouldn't know.
But the coolest thing I liked, I loved the like reflecting pool or the pool thing where the tower actually
outside,
was. That
right?
was really cool.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Obviously, you guys beat me there, so that's impressive. Good on you. But yeah, definitely interesting being there, especially like Caroline, as someone who grew up in Queens. She wasn't in Manhattan, but she remembers like driving through Manhattan and seeing like the Iron Cross that was still standing. Or whatever. She remembers seeing that. Like she remembers seeing that like before it was in the museum, like just on the which is like surreal. So yeah. But yeah, not too dampen the mood, but from a historical perspective, very very interesting museum. You definitely should go once.
That's really interesting, like because it's a very like important event in history, and I know that because in 2 separate sports documentary series, there's like entire episodes about it. The Derek Jeter thing because he was in New York, and then even the Tom Brady series. There's like a whole episode about 9/11. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, so that's I did that last week, 2 weekends ago or last week. Yeah, nice. But it was cool.
Here's my question for you. what's the farthest hospital you've gone to so far that you've had to travel to? Is it up to here?
Oh, the furthest?
Yeah.
It's Buffalo.
You've had to go to Buffalo already?
Yep.
Ew.
I went to Buffalo. I
No
know.
offense to Buffalo. No, it's not Buffalo. It's
Yeah, I
it's
know.
the 7-8 hour trip there.
Yeah.
So,
drive.
so they flew us there.
Oh, well, that's not bad. What's
so
this?
that was
a
a
real
real
half-hour
fast
flight?
Yes, yes. It was an hour and 5 minutes. Yeah.
Damn.
To get to Buffalo. Yeah, no, not bad at all. I mean, the one thing is obviously you save all that stress and stuff. But if there's issues with like flights being delayed, and also cramming, it's very hard. I've become an expert at packing dress shirts and suits and stuff like that. And when I say expert, I mean I am so good at cramming things into a suitcase and then using an iron at a hotel because my goodness, let me tell you guys, you ever wonder like when you go to a hotel, obviously it's for like business and travel, but you're like, wow, there's an ironing board and an iron in here. I'm never going to use that. And now
Yeah. and
every
then
time I'm
you-
at a hotel, I'm like,
that's how you
please have an
know.
iron.
That's how you know you've made it to adulthood. Is when
Yeah.
you're using that.
Yep, yeah. So I'm like, oh, I got to iron all the time.
That's funny.
But yeah, if you guys need anything ironed, I got you
You're
guys.
pretty experienced now.
All right.
Pretty experienced, yeah.
Sweet.
Good to know.
All right then.
How are you guys?
When
though?
Nick's wedding comes around, we'll get
hit you
back to you.
You're gonna test me the night before. Everyone's gonna be just watching me iron their stuff.
Yeah, we're all gonna be
It's
kicked
like,
back with a couple
Eric,
beers.
we heard
watching you
about you. We heard about you. We gotta test you out here.
iron.
You guys get the friend discount, aka it's for free.
Sweet. So I didn't get a message about the Senators. With how busy Nick is, I doubt he's seen very much. I think they've been doing okay. They're above the Lightning in the
So-
standings, I'll tell you that. Wait, actually, are they?
I don't know if they are. I don't think they've been doing
Oh,
particularly
yeah, actually,
well.
yeah, you know what? Just kidding. They're bottom of the barrel in the Atlantic. So I lied.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, they have not. been
They're
doing
not
well.
doing well.
I mean, everything else around them probably hasn't been helping much because
Yeah.
we haven't discussed the. Well, I think did we mention the Pinto? Pinto, I think had happened the last time we did.
we
an
talked
episode.
about the gambling thing, yeah.
But we did not talk about the
The trade that seems like
Dadonov
horse shit,
thing.
by the way. Can I just throw this out there? So the Senators frig up a trade.
Yes.
This was
And
So back in 2021, it was when they sent
It was the
Dadonov
Dadonov
to
trade,
or
yeah.
Dadonov to Vegas. Somehow along the way, the fact that he had a no trade clause didn't get passed along to Vegas. And then when Vegas went to trade him to Anaheim, then I was like, what the fuck? No,
oh, okay.
we can't.
that's yeah.
So it was somewhere along the line under Pierre Dorian and Eugene Melnick that didn't get passed along. So the Senators get punished, and Pierre Dorian gets fired because of it. And then what's his face? Michael Andlauer comes out and has a very spicy press conference. He was not pleased. He he implied that like the NHL had made it see both the Pinto thing and the draft pick thing seem like not. I don't know if he knew. I don't think he knew about the Pinto thing until after they closed on the deal, and then he knew about the Dadonov situation, but the sellers, he said, had implied that it was basically a non-issue kind of thing, like it wasn't going to be a big deal.
I forgot about it. So I thought that they were just like, okay, we're done with this.
Yeah. So he was not pleased, and he basically implied that he was like, I don't know if the NHL was keeping me in the dark a little bit so the seller could get their best price, but who knows? I'm like, damn, okay, implying that the NHL
He will not be on the
basically-
in for the team owners. He will be on the outs
Yeah.
for that.
He probably won't be making executive committee anytime soon. No.
No, I wouldn't expect that.
Um,
I also
but
think
yeah.
that the punishment is kind of bullshit. And I saw this.
It's very severe.
I saw this on Twitter. So
Yes.
so let me get this straight. The Senators forget or don't pass on information about a player to the new team, and their punishment is a first-round pick.
Yep.
But the Chicago Blackhawks can cover up sexual assault for 10 years,
And be fined $2 million.
and then be fined $2 million, which is like what 5% of the cap.
That's not also for them. They're a massive money. They're like one of the few like huge money making
Yeah.
teams of the league.
Like
Mhm.
really?
They don't care. They don't care. That $2 million will not affect them. That
And
is
then
not
what?
a
And then what
punishment.
happens? Chicago drafts first and gets
Yeah.
Connor
And they
Bedard.
get Bedard.
Like talk about horse shit.
It's not great. It's not great at all. It's very bad, actually.
Yeah,
Fucking
Ottawa's been that. There was that, and then we did touch on the gambling thing too, right? With
Yeah,
Shane
Pinto we
little
talked about, I think, in the
As-
last
yeah,
episode.
on the last-
It,
yeah.
it had just happened.
Yeah, let's
Ex-
beat
yeah.
down a team that's just starting to look good. Let's beat
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
down
It's like,
and really boost this other team that's full of pieces of shit. Whatever.
Yeah. Like just the pettiest
Anyhow.
stuff too. That they're
So
Frustrating.
that's BS. And then now the
So
Senators.
that's Ottawa.
Yeah, so they're getting probably everything that's happening is not helping on the ice. Is probably what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I know Timmy Stutzla's doing well. I think Brady Tkachuk was pissing me off against Lightning. Tell you that.
Brady
He was-
Tkachuk's doing well.
He was
He's
being
having
a
good
little
season.
shit, and then Jeannot was like, "All right, it's time, let's go." And then he skated away from him, and Jeannot got an instigating penalty. And I was like, "You motherfucker!"
Wow.
And then he scored on the thing. And then he scored on the power play. It's so
That
it's
is
so
annoying as
dude.
hell, but he did his job there.
Yeah, no, he did. He did.
But I would also be annoyed.
But then nobody like you got to try and deck him in the next like play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
Yes.
you're a Bolt, like
Like,
okay, he's
just-
not gonna fight. You're just gonna have to. Somebody's got to just hit him, and then nobody.
Find a way to hit
Jeannot-
him.
Yeah.
Jeannot's got to go out there and just
But I don't. So
Anyway,
I don't. Okay,
anyway.
so here's my question. Not to jump ahead here,
Mhm.
but if Jeannot would have just grabbed him and started beating his face in, like what happens there? I
I don't know.
you have to assume that he defends himself and starts fighting back,
Yeah.
and then it's a fight.
Jeannot's gonna get some extra penalty time
For starting it?
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it would be 5-minute fighting majors and then plus like a 2-minute instigator.
Right.
So it'd be the
Yeah.
same thing. Only Brady Tkachuk's not on the ice.
Right. Yeah. Probably.
I hated that. I was like, don't give him an option. Just fight him. Like you
Yeah.
can't give him the option. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's the old
if he
school
wants
in
to
me.
fuck around, he might just find out, you know.
Yeah. What else is Jeannot good for? Fucking guy.
Is he do we want to move on to Tampa now and
Oh, sure. It's not gonna be very long. I haven't really watched. I watched I think the second period and on of the Canadians game. So I missed their
Oh wow,
first
so you missed the
period.
best
I
you missed the best part
when they
of
were
that,
playing
that
well.
game for them, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
and
the
they
only part of the
again-
game I saw. And it was not great.
Interesting.
It was
Interesting how
not
that
great.
works.
I just watched the Habs just get fucking slaughtered in the
Yeah.
first. And I'm like, oh.
So I don't know what's going on. The Lightning just seem to like they can't play a full 60 minutes, and when they have lapses, it's like they lapse because the
Yeah.
Canadians scored. I think they scored one shift and they scored the next shift. They scored 2
Yeah, I
goals
think they
within
did all
like
of their-
1 minute.
It ended 5-3 and all of the Habs goals came in the third.
Yeah, it was not. It was like
Yeah.
they just were not playing. They just didn't. They have yet to play a full game other than when they shut out the Carolina Hurricanes. They have yet to play a full game. And it's going downhill, and I'm getting nervous because they still have the players. They still have the core. So like at what point, like they're third last in the Atlantic, and I know it's early, but I'm wondering at what point do they start looking at coaching and be like if it keeps going like Ben,
Interesting.
you were saying if what the Canadians are doing keeps going, they're going to be in a chance for the playoffs, or they'll
It's
be
not
in
a
a decent,
great
they'll
chance,
be in a
but
decent
like
spot for it.
if they keep doing it, they'll be fighting for a wild card. I don't know if they'll get it. But
Yeah. If the Lightning keep doing what they're doing for, another month, it's going to be, I would be shocked if Cooper doesn't get the boot or somebody on that coaching staff doesn't get the boot. Because it doesn't, I don't think it's the players,
well,
but
the decor isn't what you'd like.
their top 4 are the same that it's been. The same as it was
Sure.
last year.
It's Chernak,
It's-
Hedman,
Sergachev, and then Perbix, and then they have like Radish and then a 6th guy. X.
Calvin
whoever.
DeHaan's down there, right?
He was playing there recently, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? That is part of the problem. Sergachev
I was
is
say you were saying
awful.
Sergachev's been asked this
He
year.
is awful. He was supposed to be taking a brunt of the offensive stuff. He was going to be on the first power play. I
Yeah.
think most people are expecting that.
Because he's
Edmund's
got
been
to at
amazing.
some point step up. Like he's
got to earn
it's
that
his,
fucking contract. I'll tell you that.
it would make sense for him. Like he's been growing. It's kind of his time. He's the
Yeah.
younger guy he's the younger experienced guy, I should say. Like he's
and of him and Hedman, I give him the edge in offense because he's got
Right.
his stick handling's a little bit better, but he must be just really bad right now because they've been doing Hedman at PP1. They've been playing Hedman and he's been doing great, so I have no complaints about him. But but not only that, he's been the worst defenseman they have defensively. Like sloppy turnovers, just not covering very well. It's just defensively they are a shit show right now. And
you can't really. What's he's making $9 million, right? Sergachev?
I forget. Is it 9? It's not quite 9. I think it's
I thought it was 8 something.
I think it's like 8.6 or something.
I thought,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
again,
can't
he's the highest paid
you
defenseman
can't-
on the team now.
You can't be one dimensional when you're making that much money.
No.
Yeah.
No,
You
unless you're
can't-
Erik
you just
Karlsson.
can't.
and even then, it doesn't work.
yeah,
out.
unless you're Erik.
That was also a problem.
Yeah, dude, he's been like a low point for the team. High points for the team. I mean, Kucherov was leading the league in scoring, so he's still doing pretty good.
Yeah, Kucherov has been on a tear recently.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he had like 11 points in 3 games or something. Then he's sick. He was sick the other night, but
Yeah.
it's just been bad. And you know what? You want to hear this? The least
sure.
the least like problematic thing is honestly the goaltending.
Goaltending's been solid.
The
Which is
goaltending's
funny.
the goaltending has been
That
totally
is-
fine.
that is-
It's the
that
defense
is
and the
pretty
offense in
funny.
front of him. Like, like there's these two friggin' guys who's played like a combined like 30 NHL games, most of them from the one guy, and they come in and they're totally fine, and then everybody else is shit in the bed.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, honestly, Mike, from when you shared that picture, the how the times change or whatever with the remaining Tampa Bay players from the cup
There's-
run.
Yeah, dude.
Like when I think about the changes on offense, like I feel like historically from watching Tampa, their D has always been like again like Hedman, like the big guys, right? They've had a McDonough, Sergachev, all these guys, and I think offense they've just been so jumbled up over the past few years, and especially up until this year, they lost a lot of depth pieces, like the remaining depth pieces, right? Like Killorn, Palat, say what you want about them,
Yeah,
but it's a very new look on Tampa's offense.
Oh, yeah.
And that's weird to me. It's weird seeing the names on Tampa's offense. I'm like, huh,
Connor
I don't know who these
Sherry,
guys are. Yeah,
Tyler
or
Mott.
I guess I know him.
He's there.
Tyler Mott. Yep. It's
not good,
it's
dude.
like they're trying to replace the depth that they lost. That's established consistency there with like these new pieces,
Right.
and it's not going to be perfect at first. You just wonder, like you said, Mike, is Cooper gonna give him more time to kind of establish something, or
I feel like at
pieces
this
around and
point,
change the coaching?
Cooper he has to have earned more leash than he's not gonna get. He has some time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
he has
he's
plenty of time, I
got
think, too.
time, but like I'm saying, like if things haven't improved in a month,
And you're
well,
trying.
you know what? You know what they might do, which I think is so stupid. But they'll
What?
probably give him time with Vasilevsky to see how it goes. But I think that's so stupid because the goaltending is not the fucking problem here. It's their
Yeah,
shitty
yeah.
coverage and their sloppy play,
Yeah.
which
but,
Vasilevsky
like, I
can help you
Mitigate
with. But like
some,
you
yeah.
don't want him to have to do that. Like play good in front of him, and just whatever.
I mean,
Thought
I
out.
think it's a combination of like Sergachev is obviously playing ass. That doesn't help the defense. And then the bottom pair of your defense is probably kind of who we got here
it's not what
most
you
nights.
want, really.
And then you have so much change at forward, like so much change at forward on the bottom two lines, right? Like
I think they're all new
it-
bottom lines. Yeah.
like for a team that had been so consistently the same and like a group that knew each other and played really well, like if once all that gets kind of gutted, it like last year you kind of treaded water because it wasn't that much of an exodus, and then after that last year there was even more people gone.
Yeah.
It's like it's
see
just a
what you're
very
saying.
different situation for them all, and I think getting rid of Cooper would be very like knee jerky.
Yeah. I
Like
obviously don't want them
he's
to.
yeah.
But I'm just
If
saying.
anything, it might just be you punt on the season if it goes on long enough. You try to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, you punt on the
Ah.
season, and then who's out the door at the deadline?
I just realized what I was about to say. I was like, if you go that route, the
You have
route
some
you're
nice
probably
pieces to trade.
the route you're probably going is trading Steven Stamkos at the deadline.
But hear me out. Look at what Tanner Jeannot got.
That's the thing. That's the thing is if like
Yeah.
if you're starting to realize that maybe this group's time is gone because a lot of them are gone now, and like you maybe need to have a bit of a refresh or reset, and you don't see a future with Stamkos with the money he's going to be wanting because again he is old. By the end of that, that's going to be a very bad contract. The haul you can get for him at a deadline could set you up really well.
Yeah.
It could get you started on the process of turning it around a lot faster than if you keep him and maybe you resign him or maybe he walks for nothing.
So the thing there is that he has the no move. So
right.
He won't get traded unless unless he says, okay, sure, and I'm going to these teams. It's going to be like the Claude Giroux.
Right. So you're going to if it happens, you're going to be limited in who you trade to, and then that brings down the value of what you get back. So,
and he's only and he's only going to end up wanting to go to a contender. So
at that point,
they're not going to have that much good shit anyway, most likely.
All right, Julian. Get
that dude's on the hot seat. If I'm the owner, if I'm Jeff Vinik, that dude's on the hot seat. After the Jeannot trade and not even talking to Stamkos, that dude is. I'm looking to boot that guy out the door.
As a Lightning fan, is it looking more like Steve Yzerman gave him a team and he kind of just kept it going for those cups? Or
I mean, he definitely no, because I mean, two of the better players for that first cup run were Barclay Goodrow and Blake Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
They made up 2/3 of that super effective third line.
He had a big impact at that trade deadline. That's true.
I mean, like here's the thing: he's done actually so many good things. Like the Hagel trade, you didn't love the Hagel trade.
That's true.
But look at him now.
Yeah, Hagel's great.
And he signed him. But he signed him for $6.5 million. This is like a 30 goal scorer.
That's some good work right there.
Like he's done a lot of good things, but he's also done some questionable things. They're not all going to be hits. But who knows? We'll see.
No,
it'll probably all end up fine. But yeah, to be honest with you, if Stamkos wants a raise, he's going somewhere else because he can't get a raise here. He's not going to get a raise here.
No.
At the very least, he'll stay the same. Or at the most, I should say, he'll stay the same. We can't go any higher on salary.
Yeah.
Because that's the issue now is that we've got a bunch of like rejects in the depths of our forwards. No offense to those guys. They're obviously way better than I have ever been and will ever be. But
you're getting a little taste of that Toronto special right now.
I know, and it's not good. It's not good, dude. There's a reason it doesn't work in Toronto, guys.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's enough of my complaining session. We can move on to whoever would like to go next.
No, dude, listen, the things are unfolding in Tampa for the past few seasons. You're just like, they're in the playoffs. It's crazy, guys.
I'm hoping they make it again. I feel like they should.
And
there's so much time, and like we were saying before the podcast started, the entire Atlantic right now is other than outside of Boston are like within 4 points of each other.
It is,
except for I think Ottawa. Ottawa's further down.
Ottawa's at 12. Boston is at 24. So that's half for those of you keeping score at home. And then it is the Sabres at 15 points and the Florida Panthers in second at 19 points. So, yeah. So that whole middle
Yeah.
section
Panthers-
is within 3. Panthers have been
Such
good.
a weird team.
By the way,
Such a weird team.
I'm realizing it firsthand playing against Nick this week. Sam Reinhart. Oh boy. That dude's going on.
I snagged Evan Rodriguez off the waiver wire because he's a 3-position player.
He is,
And he's on their top line with Sasha Barkov right now, I think.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was listening to a podcast and they said that, so I'm like, yes, please.
I will take it. All right, Rick, talk to us about the Isles.
We're moving into the Isles. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, we haven't
Things
heard
aren't
about
really-
the Isles in a while. You weren't even on last episode.
Yeah, things aren't really good in Isles land, honestly.
I've been
guys.
hearing.
I
Yeah,
can
I've
see
been
that.
hearing it's been bad.
Yeah. So, for the longest time, you usually hear that the Islanders are kind of mediocre, and I have good news to report that they're not at that level anymore. They slipped down to bad. So we made a
Are they-
decision: either be
are they-
good, be bad.
They just
Be
they've gotten
good
to
or be
bad,
bad.
have they?
They've gone to bad. So you know what? Still early in the season, but let's
Oh,
take a
they
look.
are
So,
7th in the division. Okay, yeah.
so thank you for answering that. I was going to say they are currently 7th in the division, ahead of your Columbus Blue Jackets. No, but yeah, they're only ahead of the Blue Jackets. So they're at 5-5-3. They have gone to overtime the most. And the reason they have done that, and something that I want to talk to you, is they do not finish games out. They are having
They've
a
won a couple of those,
big
right?
issue. Yes.
They must have, because the Bolts have lost all 4 games that they've played in overtime without touching
I
the
think
puck.
I think the Islanders lost all 3.
Oh, dang.
I think the Islanders lost all 3. Or they might have won one of them, but I remember them losing 2 specifically. They lost to. If the NHL app was maybe designed well, I'd be able to pull this information up more quickly. That's a whole nother thing.
That'd be a fun drinking game, too. Take a drink whenever we say, God damn, this app sucks.
God damn, this app sucks. But actually, no, that's a good question. I didn't look at that. The overtime losses and wins. So they lost to Carolina in overtime. So now let's see what they're doing in October.
You know, though, they have a nice points percentage. It's a good round number. 500.
Yeah, they've lost all their OT games. They've lost every
Honestly,
single one of their OT games.
The Metro is kind of looking like the Atlantic as well. The
Yeah, it's
top
close.
2 are high, and then
That might
they're
just
only
be
3 points out.
That might just. Oh dear. Okay, I was about to say that might just be the case for everybody this early in the season, but then I saw
No, it's not.
then I saw the Pacific Division.
The Pacific is a mess. And
So
even
there
the
we
Central has a little bit more separation, but not a ton.
I love seeing one of my playoff teams in the 8th spot there in the Central.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nashville.
But yeah, so
5-9-0,
I will go
wow.
through what the Islanders have been up to. So we're going to take it back. Don't know the dates here, but against Ottawa in October, they blew a 2-goal lead. Then against Detroit shortly after that, another blown 2-goal lead. Then against Carolina, they blew a 3-goal lead. And now we are going into. Then they beat Washington on November 2nd. Then they blew another lead against Carolina, lost in overtime. They lost to Minnesota. They lost to Boston and blew that. That was a close game, and they lost 5-2. They had a bad third period.
I mean,
And most recently they've lost to the Capitals 4-1, and they lost to Hunter Shepard, the whatever string goalie that Washington had.
They had that. Yeah, that guy had a really strong.
He had a
run.
strong
They just won.
start,
They won the
Yeah.
Calder Cup in the AHL. He
Oh,
was
really?
their-
Oh, so he's
he was
pretty good.
their-
He's
He was
pretty
their
good.
AHL goalie. They brought him up to give him a look, I think. So
I did
And it's
not
working out
know
so
that
far?
he was that good.
Yeah.
Good for him then. That's actually pretty awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's not been great. Lots of losses and lots of blown leads. I think I haven't really watched too much of the Isles this year, but obviously they're a defensive team, and when you look at these games, earlier in the season they were putting up goals, and the games would be kind of close, and they lose. Even the overtime games are kind of relatively not super high scoring, but it's an offensive battle.
I remember seeing a couple games where they scored a bunch of goals, but they also gave up a bunch of goals. So it
Yes.
was like,
Yes.
So to
And
score
so
it all,
the
they're
issue,
cheating a little bit, and then
Yeah.
well, so the issue is, and from what I've seen, if you look at the shots, they always get peppered with shots, and they'll only lose by 1 goal. So they're making the most of their opportunities, but they're not really forcing the other team to defend necessarily. They're kind of defending and jumping on the chances. And Sorokin cannot. It does not matter, Ben. You know this. It does not matter how good the goalie is. You
yeah.
cannot constantly be outshot like 42-20 every
No.
single night.
Well, don't
And
ask,
again-
don't tell Mark Bergevin that. But
Yeah, don't exactly. So that's been a huge issue, and most recently, this is a quote actually. There's usually like never any Isles quotes because everything is pretty like low key over
Hush,
there.
hush, yeah.
Yeah, but so at the last Islander game, there were fans were chanting "Fire Lambert,"
Ooh.
because obviously of this poor start.
I
to be
did
honest,
see that, and I saw
we'll get
Cizikas
into that.
complaining about it.
So yes, it's the Cizikas quote. So he says, and I will read this verbatim. It's a joke. That kind of stuff ticks me off. And this is on the fans chanting that. This is Cizikas speaking on that.
Yeah.
So he says, that kind of stuff ticks me off. I've got no time for those fans, and if they want to be like that, they can stay home.
Ooh.
That's what he said about the fans.
I don't know if that's the kind of quote you want to say.
So I'm just gonna say, yeah, and I'm just gonna say this as an Islanders fan, how I feel about that, because I have some thoughts on this. So I do understand, one, that the players, I assume, are always trying their best, and we don't know what it's like in the locker room, for sure. We don't.
Oh yeah.
So I can see frustration there. When you've lost a bunch of games and you're frustrated and hearing that, this is obviously a guy who's frustrated, for sure. But then at the same time, the Cizikas Martin Clutterbuck line, when was the last time they've been relevant, guys? And I don't want to like do this as like a crazy shot at Cizikas, but
I was thinking
no, seriously.
that. I was like Cizikas
seriously.
is the guy saying that.
Like, so, and that brings me to the issue. I think Cizikas, if he's frustrated and he knows that Lambert is doing his best, we now go back to Lamoriello, right? If the team really does believe Lambert is a decent coach and it's just been off to a rough start, right? He needs better pieces.
I mean,
but then
it's been pretty obvious they've needed better pieces for a while.
Yes. But then you look at getting Horvat. You have Barzal there. You have Nelson. You have some pieces, and again, Barzal and Horvat. Horvat's actually been okay this season. Barzal's been kind of eh. Do you guys know who who leads the Islanders in points?
Probably Brock Nelson, because who else would it be?
Wait, I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna give Ben a guess as well.
Who leads the
You can't take Brock Nelson
Islanders in points? Is it Anders Lee?
Nope.
Who is it?
It's Noah Dobson with 12 points, a defenseman.
Oh dang! Well, good for him.
I
He's
mean,
doing pretty well.
that's a pretty good point total, actually. But
Noah Dobson is having a great season, and I love
when is
the
first forward on the list?
Great question.
And who is it?
Great question.
Hopefully second.
It's gotta be second.
So we have Bo Horvat second, having a
okay.
relatively okay season. Barzal in third.
Dang, man, where's my boy?
And then Brock Nelson, tied for
There
fourth
he is,
with
there
Kyle
he is.
Palmieri.
There he is.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
what's Horvat at?
Get Anders
though?
Lee out of here.
Dobson's
Horvat's
at 12.
Horvat's at 10 points this season
Okay.
so far.
I mean, that's not awful. And the Islanders
It's
don't
not
score.
terrible.
Well, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. I feel like we all kind of know like the state that the team is in. It's Lou's fault. Like,
Yeah,
100%.
Like,
it's been stagnant for like 5 years.
Like, you can can't fire the coach. Like, the coach can only do what he can do with the players that he's got. Not that there's not good players on the Islanders, but there
are some, but there are not enough.
But,
yeah.
As an expert in a GM, doubling and tripling down on your goalie, and giving them maybe 3 forwards to work with, is not a winning strategy. It can come really close.
It can come within 3 games.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But and that's my point saying that, like, going through that timeline, to me it always goes back to Lou. And again, I think it's one of those situations, right? It's a quote that gets posted online and people start freaking out about it. But it's like Cizikas is obviously frustrated, and the Islanders' woes definitely start at the GM, And I think I don't know personally the team culture that Lou instills, right? Like, is just so old school and just
the culture.
Yeah, exactly. Like culture. I think
bald-faced,
Trotz
short haircut culture.
Shave.
Yeah, exactly. like I think Trotz. I think Trotz was probably. He seems to be a pretty well liked guy, and I think he was like good for that locker room. And seeing a coach so similar to him being there, right, still means that the locker room seems to be pretty tight, especially considering what Cizikas is saying to defend his coach. Like that's a good sign. That means players are trying to buy into what a coach is saying. But yeah, dude, just Lou has to get out of here, man. We've known this for a long time, but man, it's really bubbling over.
Just thinking about him, like, don't you want to retire? Like, don't you ever want to just chill?
How old is he? Isn't he like close to 80 or something?
He's like, he's.
Don't you want to just knock 70s. Off and play some golf?
Yeah,
or literally just just go home and chill. Like, what? Why
don't
do you
want to reminisce
doing this? He's 81 years old.
Damn, man,
81. He's 81.
That's older than my grandparents. They've been retired forever.
Like, just be done,
dude. Do you think Lou Lamoriello knows that they don't use?
Man,
do you think he knows that they don't use wooden hockey sticks anymore? That's an honest
Probably. I think he probably knows that. He's probably mad about it though.
Yeah. that was perfectly said, man. That was perfect. Oh,
probably.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so yeah, again, it comes down to a lot of things just aren't really going the Islanders' way, but it's very they just look, especially watching them play the Senators. I saw some of that. They just look out skated in every measure, right? When you it really stands out when you compare them to a young team,
So they're kind of they're just like they're too old. They're too old and too slow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and too old for some time.
And when they're even though they're older, they are sometimes very well structured. But the problem is when they start getting outskated, they start taking penalties, and that's another thing. Their penalty kill has not been good this year. I don't know where it ranks, but it has not been good. It has not.
Can you check that on the NHL site?
That's the thing. I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to exactly.
I'm going in, boys. Talk amongst yourselves.
Good luck. Good luck. Thank you.
So what do you want to happen here, Eric? Like, what do you want to happen? I've said this many times, but this feels like I'm watching the Habs right before they got rid of Bergevin again, where like it had been so long where you're just like, all right, I guess this guy's here, and we just got to deal with that, and we just wait until it somehow ends. When do you think the end is of the ride there?
So you asked me what I want to happen.
Yeah,
so
that too, yeah.
This I guess this spring when it's close to playoffs, I kind of don't want the Islanders to sneak into the playoffs if they're playing so inconsistently, because I don't really think, I know anything could happen in the playoffs, but it's too competitive, especially in the East. Like,
and you don't want to just watch them go in have Sorokin try to stand on his head and then lose a bunch of 2-1 games and then just be out in the first round again and have Luke keep his job.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, if the Islanders get in, I will cheer for them every single game, of course.
Yeah. I would again, but whenever the Habs got in, it's like, all right, I don't agree with anything that's going on here, but we're here, so
we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that being said, though, I would love if teams needed depth players, try to get rid of as many of them as you can. You know how many depth players you have? You have a whole roster of them. Again,
the entire roster minus like
the entire
3
roster.
dudes.
Yeah. And I understand some contracts are obviously really difficult to move. I don't want to go into that. We've already been into that a bunch of times.
Beaten that to death.
Yeah, we've beaten that to death. But teams will be desperate maybe by the playoffs. You don't know what's happening. We'll get to Edmonton. Look at that situation.
The question is, do you want Lou to be the one making those trades?
And that gets me to that. So what I'm hoping is, I know it's my team. I don't want to ever cheer for my team to do bad, but you have to look at if there's a coaching change and it's still the same stuff. Got to get rid of the GM. Got to get rid of the GM.
Yeah.
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 And I would love if sooner than later, Lou was booted.
So, yeah.
That being said, I haven't really put much thought into who the Islanders would replace him with, just because the recycling of coaches and GMs in the NHL is quite rampant, and I don't want a
Pete Chiarelli, come on down.
Oh God, that's what I mean. Like, so that's kind of scares me. But
yeah, you might
ultimately I
want to hope for an off-season change for GM, because
Yes.
then you get a little more time to like do a search, figure out
some outside people.
Yeah.
I was able to find it, gentlemen.
Oh, what is it? Oh boy.
I was able to do it, to get to the team stats and see the
right.
the PK.
Let her rip.
So
Let her rip.
oh shit, where were they? I just had them. They are 20th in the league, so bottom half, and their PK percentage is 76.7.
There it is, and they're So special teams.
For in comparison, number one, the Dallas Stars at 93.2. God dang, man.
Oh no! Oh no! That's okay.
Are the Islanders last in their power play in the league?
Just out of curiosity.
Nashville is last in the PK. Canadians.
Really?
Canadians.
Huh.
That's interesting. Where the hell are the Canadians? Montreal Canadiens are 23rd.
Yeah, so they started
75.4.
They started very poorly and then have kind of been figuring it out the last little bit, which is a big trend of their whole season, really.
They're letting our top 10. They're letting our top 10 in PK at number 9, 85%. And hold on. I just switched it to PP.
Do you guys know how many?
Lighting our 4th in PP. What the fuck? They must have been doing really well before this.
What did the Habs get to in PP?
Hold on a second. 12th.
Yeah, hey,
22%.
Fucking right. You know how long it's been since I've seen them in the top 15 in that? It's been a very long time.
Oh, and they're only 0.2 of a percentage point behind the Red Wings. So you could hop into 11.
I'll take it.
The Lightning are 4th at 31%. So that's fun.
What are the Isles at?
Islanders are 21st, almost the same as their PK at 17%.
Heck yeah, dude.
It's pretty rough.
So I want to tell you guys,
not a strong suit.
Do you know how many power play goals the Islanders have scored this entire season so far?
3.
6.
Oh, I was gonna say that, but I wanted to go comically low.
6. Bo Horvat has scored. Yeah, you went comically low, and it was double the comically low number. Bo Horvat has scored 2 of the 6.
Okay, so he's sort of doing what you want him to do.
Yeah,
just not at the
incredible
clip that you want.
He's doing it at the Islander pace. It's like, yes, Bo, he's doing exactly what we want him to do, just at the Islander level.
That should be a thing. That should be a thing. The Islander pace. And, everything's slower.
Yeah. And so I guess that's the thing. So a young team like the Senators, even if they're making mistakes, but they're trying to be offensively engaged and score, right? I just want to see something like that. An exciting team.
Yeah.
Is what I'd like to see as an Islanders fan. And that is where I will end this segment, except there's only one other thing I want to mention. This one's for you, Ben. Alexander Romanov leads the Islanders in plus minus. He's +4. And I know it's plus minus, but I thought that's funny. I'm like, okay.
Good for him.
Random. Sure.
You know, I was about to say,
we've come a long way.
I was about to say, oh yeah, sure, I don't miss him that much because like he got us Doc. But then that just made me sad again.
Don't think about Doc. Don't think about that. Don't think about it. But yeah, that's it. Sweet. Oh God! And their next game is against the Oilers, the Islanders. Oh dear!
Free win.
Hey, if you've ever had a chance to get you to right the ship,
Yep.
That's right there.
We can do the Oilers in a little bit.
Yep. In a bit. Yeah.
We will.
Do another Canadian team first.
To the Habs.
To the Habs. Well, since we last talked, it's been a confusing last little bit because they were kind of going along at a good little clip, getting some wins. Then a couple weeks back, it was a loss, but it was against Vegas, and they outplayed Vegas for the last two periods of the game. But it goes into overtime. Overtime that kind of switches back. Vegas is coming on. Then it goes to a shootout. Habs lose, but it was still like as a game. I was like, "What the fuck? Holy shit, guys! What is this team?" Because it's Vegas. Like it was like I was like, "Holy fuck!" And then followed it up with just 3 duds, just losing to Anaheim, St. Louis, and then I mean you lose to Tampa. I guess it's a little more understandable, but
Anaheim's kind of on a hot streak.
Or no,
right?
sorry, not Anaheim. Arizona is what I meant to say.
They kind of were the same.
They're
deal,
also doing okay.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of weird. And then this week they righted the ship. They play against Detroit, play a really good game, but it's tied, goes into overtime. Cole Caulfield, who is just fucking automatic in overtime. It's insane. I think he's got 3 overtime goals already this season.
It's insane.
This season. Like,
dude, that's half the power play goals the Islanders have this season.
Yeah. So like he that's been cool. And then last night they played Boston, a game I was supposed to be going to, and then my grandpa called me in the morning and was like, "I'm fucking sick. I can't go. Do you got anybody that can come in with you?" And I called around a little bit. I even texted Mike. I was like, "Hey, you want to haul ass up here and maybe just?" I was like, it was a very low likelihood of that working out anyway.
I probably would have.
I figured you were busy. And then my grandpa was like, actually, he just traded them, so I'm gonna go to because he has a ticket. He has a guy he buys season tickets with, so he just swapped games with him. So I'm going into a Detroit game on the 2nd now.
Nice.
So yeah, that'll be fun.
That'll
But
be very fun.
in that game, I think they escaped they gave up an early goal. I couldn't watch this because it's on NHL Network, and that gets blacked out on ESPN Plus because NHL is just the best with their with the way they broadcast their games. It's great. It's
there's also been a shitload of them on the NHL Network, like more than normal.
It's like it's one thing when it's the regional ones. It's like whatever you sign the regional deal or whatever. It's your own fucking channel. it's your channel. Like just send that channel's feed over to ES.
It's in like you're not gonna like if you do that, you're not losing money there. Like there's so few people that probably have the NHL Network. Like
you're not losing money because there's no part of me that is going to see the fact that the game is on NHL Network, and it's like, well, that means I have to get cable as well as the NHL Network channel. I'm not doing it.
It's so stupid. Like so
anyway.
Dumb.
Aside from that, the Habs played pretty well. They won 3-2 in overtime. So 2 overtime game wins in a row. They're looking less good tonight against Vancouver. They had a really good first period, and I was like, oh, this is great. They come out of the first period tied 0-0. Vancouver gets an early goal. In the second, the Habs looked like they tied it up, but then it was offside. Now Vancouver is up 3-0. And there's like 15 minutes left in the third, so I don't think it's going to go great tonight. But overall, it's honestly been kind of fun the last little bit. I don't really have much to complain about. Christian Dvorak coming back from injury has helped immensely because there's just been a hole ever since Doc has been gone, and they've been treading water kind of. But now since Dvorak came back, it's allowed them to get Newhook back at wing, and Newhook was struggling at center. So it's been a really big help to get Dvorak back. And they've just kind of been humming along. Like I don't know. It's still weird because I'm at a point where I'm not sure what to expect. Like they're at a point in the rebuild where it's like I'm just kind of forming my expectations as we go. Because they have a lot of the guys here. It's kind of just like throwing those guys out there and seeing what they can do. And if they play themselves into a good spot, who knows? Maybe they will. They probably won't. But I don't know. If they keep doing, like I was saying earlier, if they keep doing what they're doing and keep themselves this close into the race, I don't know if they're going to get a spot, but it's this giving me vibes of 2018-19 when they damn near won it with a lot of young guys or damn near won a playoff spot, I should say. With a lot of young guys kind of overachieving, and then I think they got edged out in like the last week of the season. They like missed by like 2 points. And if they were in the Central Division, they would have made it. It was like they had more points than Colorado that year. It was weird. But I don't know. I'm pretty happy. I don't know. What do you guys think about the Habs right now?
I think
it's 3-1, baby, and Mike Matheson's on my fantasy team, and he just scored.
Who's on the
Let's
ice?
fucking go.
Who's on the ice for Vancouver?
It was a 5-on-3 penalty kill, so probably not anybody you had.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Yes. Well, Pettersson and JT Miller do play the PP or the PK. Sometimes.
They do? Oh.
Yeah, they did for a while.
We got
because they were like fiends on it.
Miller is 9, right?
Boned. Yes.
Yeah, he was on.
Damn it.
Yeah.
This is lame.
He was very effective at cross-checking Anderson over as Matheson scored.
Well, that's annoying.
He was doing fucking nothing on that.
Why would you put him on a 5-on-3?
I don't know.
We don't have to talk about that. Stupid ass.
You know what I think about the Habs, Benny?
What's that?
I think they're young. I know they're not designed to be like a contending team, and they kind of have like guys filling roles and trying stuff. But you know what? They're trying fun stuff, and freaking please, I'm knocking on wood for you. Just everyone stay healthy. You're fun when you're healthy. Just keep doing that. That's it.
It's already,
that's what I think about that.
It's already sailed.
Yeah.
Okay. With the exception of Kirby,
everything past Kirby. Yeah. Hopefully there won't be too much more, but
they got to do some sort of a thing with him with like Kirby, like the pink Kirby.
He had a Kirby bucket hat on during media day. There was a bunch of photos that got with him that day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mark Bergevin would never let that slide.
You know what I liked about Kirby was when you got to suck in your friends into your mouth in Super Smash.
I am so bad at Smash Bros. I am so bad. I'm bad at all fighting games, honestly. I'm not.
All I remember is getting my ass beat by Connor as DK. That's all I remember. Him swinging around and just smacking me 8,000 times.
I just remember my brother edge guarding me in Super Smash Bros. So I'd try to float over him as Kirby, and he wouldn't let me do that. And I was like, well, this isn't fun anymore. I can't float over him. There's no other character that has these floating abilities.
Yeah.
But that's all we really got on the Habs.
Cool.
They're just kind of going. Like, I don't really have too much to complain about.
Nice.
I would like to see more out of Slafkovsky, but he's at least been looking strong in plays. Like he's at least getting it, because last year and then to start this year he just wasn't fucking doing anything, and now he's at least involved. He got his first goal of the year against St. Louis in that loss. It was a pretty nice goal. So like, hopefully that keeps progressing. The one nice thing about that I felt made me feel a little better is everybody other than Cooley from that draft class hasn't really been doing shit. Because it was the post-COVID draft class.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably just going to end up being a weaker draft class all around. It's great that the Habs got the first overall pick in that draft specifically. I love it. It's great. Cool. Awesome. But yeah.
Well, all right then. We're going to talk about the Oilers a little bit here. I haven't been paying a lot of attention. I know that they're really fucking bad. almost at Sharks level, which is a historic level of bad. So so currently right now,
not great.
Currently right now, San Jose Sharks 5 points. They've got 2 wins on the season. Are 8th in the Pacific.
One of which coming against the Oilers.
Oilers 7 points, 3 wins on the season.
Oh dear.
7th in the Pacific, and I think that's second to last in the league. Yep.
Holy shit!
And this is a team with Connor McDavid, who has been hurt for 2 weeks. I think he was out.
He's almost certainly still hurt. Yeah.
Yep.
Like he didn't even stay. He stayed out for I think not even a full week. It was 6 days.
And he was supposed to be 2 weeks too.
It was like a week to 2 weeks, and then they got him in like 6 days after the fact because they were playing their outdoor game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. And also Leon Draisaitl. And that's same as every other year. That's it.
Yep.
Those two and like
Their
Nugent Hopkins
decor
in an
is-
extremely overpaid Darnell Nurse.
Yeah. That's the main thing. Well, it's that and the fact that their goalies can't stop a fucking beach
Holy
ball
shit.
right now.
Yep.
Wow. I
I
feel
am really
bad.
glad I gave up on Stuart Skinner right as soon as the fantasy season began.
Yep. That was a good play. That was
Because
a good move.
holy shit.
Yeah. That
Yeah, Ben. I learned my lesson. Even though a robot drafted for me this year, I learned my lesson when I took Jack Campbell last year, and that just
Oh yeah.
didn't pan
I feel
out.
bad
was
for
like,
Jack
sweet.
Campbell.
He got
Me
sent
too.
down, and then his first game in the A, he gave up 4 goals, I think, on like 20-something shots
dude.
and lost the game. It was bad. It
I
was
mean,
bad. I don't know if he's.
He might.
I hope he turns it around, but
That just, dude, 4 goals in the AHL. That's, I don't know.
it's not great.
I mean,
It's not
anything
great.
can
You know what
happen, but oh boy.
Do you know what I kept thinking about with
Goalies are
with
weird.
Campbell?
You never know.
Goalies are so weird. I just thought I had flashes of Matt Murray because he was so solid for so long. And obviously, I know Murray won 2 cups. Campbell doesn't have any cups, but like,
no, I mean,
Campbell really only has like a year and a half
he had
of time.
he had 1 year where he did pretty well with Toronto.
Is like
I think that was
really
it.
I thought with
solid,
LA
yeah.
though, with LA he was doing okay, and then he got
But it wasn't-
traded.
He was
But
doing
it wasn't
okay,
like
but
a
it
whole
wasn't.
year.
Yeah, he wasn't starting. He was
Oh,
like
okay.
playing
It's
like
not
20 games
starter.
a year.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he
Like-
was a starter at that point.
No,
sorry.
no.
No, I think he was the Leafs was his first starting role.
It was.
Mm.
Which I think he won
And he did
10 in a
okay.
row at one point.
Yeah, he did.
in
He
that-
did
in
really
that
well.
Leaf season.
But then since then it's been
But it's at the point where it's looking like that might have been a flash in the pan kind of thing, where
Yeah.
he had that, and then that might have
Sorry.
just
So
been it.
not Matt Murray, but the Hamburglar. Then
yeah.
that's
There we
a
go.
good comparison.
Andrew Hammond. You know that dude? They brought him. The Habs brought him in for like 5 games in that first year that Kent Hughes was there, when they just had nothing but injuries.
Oh yeah.
And I think he won. I think he won like 3 out of 5 games with the Habs, and they sent him to New Jersey. And
It's like,
that was it. He had like a hell of a tenure with the Habs, though. He was fucking brick wall.
So what do we do here? Because this is
So
with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl.
Let's-
in Holland.
let's look
Fire
at what
him
they
into the
what they
fucking
did.
sun.
Yeah. Let's look at what they did. So
Oh
they
wait,
fired-
we gotta mention that. Yeah, they fired their
They did fire
coach
the
today.
coach.
they fired Jay Woodcroft and they fired the assistant coach. What was his name?
David
with-
Manson.
Dave Manson.
Yeah.
So
And then hired a guy with a fucking awesome name,
yes.
Knobloch.
Knobloch. That is
So
pretty
I know
good.
nothing. Does anyone know anything about Mr. Knobloch? Because I do not.
I
He
think
has not
there was
had-
a
he's
pitcher
had-
named Knobloch in the MLB at one point. That's all. I know.
He
I
has
don't think
not
it's the
ever
same
head
guy.
coached. He has not ever head coached at the NHL level. He was head coaching the Rangers AHL team, I think.
Hartford Wolfpack.
Is where
Oh, that's
where
cool.
I think that's where he just came from.
Okay.
The one
Interesting.
big connection is he was Connor McDavid's coach in junior for the Erie Otters.
There it is.
All right then.
I know nothing other than that.
Yeah,
There it
is.
That's all right.
We got our answer.
And I was listening to a podcast
That'll
today
fix everything.
where I'm pretty sure Woodcroft finished, or no, it wasn't a podcast. Well, I guess it was kind of a podcast. It was the Jesse Blake Sports Report.
Oh, there
He
you
did
go.
he did a video on that firing today, and I'm pretty sure, I don't remember, I think it was 643. It was in the sixes anyway. 643 was the winning percentage Woodcroft ended with.
That's
in
pretty good,
Edmonton.
dude.
I don't think it was him.
That's
I
pretty
don't
good,
think it was
man.
him. I don't think it was him. I think it was the fact that
Okay.
you don't have a
Okay.
decor or goalie stopping anything right now. Also, they won last night.
Yeah. Zach Hyman got me a hat trick in the first period.
Are you serious?
That's
Yeah,
wild.
it was pretty sick.
What?
Yeah. He
A
got he got
natural
hat trick in
hattie?
the
Was
first
it a
period.
natural or did
Yeah.
somebody score in between?
Natural hattie.
Dang. Well,
Damn.
good for you.
Good for him.
And
That's
him,
great.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, dude. That's. I mean, yeah. You hit it on the head of the nail there. Like, what their
Okay.
their best defenseman's what? Ekholm,
Who's hurt?
who's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started the season hurt and has not been looking
Hold on.
very good. He's
So
almost
let's look
certainly
at-
hurt.
Your
Oh,
best
God,
defenseman
excuse
is
me.
supposed to be Darnell Nurse with
But he's super not.
2 million, whatever it is.
Hold on. Let's look at Edmonton's D core.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Let's hear it. I would. Yeah.
Evan Bouchard,
Okay, he's okay.
Cody Ceci,
Okay.
Vincent Desharnais,
Also bad.
Hey, he's French. That's all
He's
I have
also
to add to
bad.
that.
Matthias Ekholm,
There you go. But he's probably playing banged up.
hurt. Yep. Brett Kulak.
Who
Benny, there you go.
I just heard today. I had forgotten the second round pick that the Habs got in the trade that sent Kulak over there. They drafted Lane Hudson with, who, if you know
Okay.
anything about the
Dude.
NCAA right now, he's
tearing
just
it up.
demolishing the NCAA at the moment. So thank you, Ken. Thank you very much, Ken.
And Darnell Nurse, and that's the Edmonton D core.
That is atrocious.
It's real bad. It's real bad.
So, and that's the thing, right? Like Brett Kulak, depth defenseman, like not a terrible option.
He's a
No.
good option for like 3 through 5 on your decor.
I might
yeah,
go
he-
4 to
Yeah.
6.
I agree.
he can play up if you have to. Like, he can do it
Okay.
in short term, but you don't want him there.
Yeah.
Like, he is not ideal.
This
Dude,
so
this
here's the
is-
real question for you gentlemen.
Mhm.
Where's Connor McDavid when this contract's up? Where's he heading? And how much is he making?
I don't. We got to see where this, because how many more years does he have?
Here, I'll tell you what's happening. It's gonna be a lean few years in Tampa.
Oh, fuck you!
And they're gonna be
Bring him to
saving up. They're gonna be
Tampa.
saving up in their
Fuck
piggy
you.
bank, and then here he comes.
I think my plan is to
He's
get
gonna play
like
with
Ben said
35-year-old
before,
Cooch.
I'm gonna
The-
get. Sorry, Benny. Go
think-
ahead.
I think the problem is for them that's going to be much more soon. Is I'm pretty sure Draisaitl only has 2 years left. Oh, Draisaitl has 2 years left, and then McDavid only has 3. It's only one more after that.
Yeah, like if I'm them, see you later, dude. Like unless something turns around in the next 2 years.
I think you have to move on from Ken Holland after the season and have some massive change
Mhm.
to start fixing the cap situation, fixing their decor.
They okay,
Like,
so I gotta ask, do either of you remember the season that Darnell Nurse had before he signed that contract?
No.
Mhm.
Do you remember it? Was
I
it good?
don't.
Because I don't. I'm legitimately asking.
I thought it was pretty decent.
Okay,
So hold on one second.
but
hold on
that
one
was
sec.
also
So
the
what,
summer of overpaid D.
What year was that?
Because that was the
What
same
year was that?
I think it was the same year that I think it was the year that we took that trip down to Long Island and Seth Jones
So
signed that same
20
contract.
So 2020.
Like 2021, I think.
So he had.
He signed
Like the 2021 season, the shortened season.
A short. Okay. Oh, the shortened season. Okay, so 2020, 2021. You're
Yeah.
saying, sorry. So yeah, he had a great season. He had 16 goals and 20 assists as a defenseman.
So that's
and that gets you
36
9.2.
36 points
Actually,
in
yeah, that
52
doesn't get you
games,
9 points.
50 however many games?
56. He had a short. Sorry, he had a shortened season. Yeah, he was injured.
They were all short. That was the
And-
short season.
Oh wait, sorry. Yep, he
But
wasn't
still,
injured. That was
that
COVID.
gets you 9.2 million.
Yeah, no, that's true. I guess now that I look
That
at
gets
it,
you
He had a-
Cale
he had a-
Makar money.
More
You know what the
than Cale
thing was?
Makar?
I think. Do you guys think at
I think
that
is
time?
more actually, yeah.
That's way more.
Do you guys think at the time before he fell off, we were thinking to ourselves, well, they're overpaying him now for longevity when the cap goes up? Were we
Maybe.
even? Do
I
you think
don't
we
even
made that
know.
kind of an argument? But still,
Maybe.
even looking back on that argument seems a little bit
I don't know if I ever did that.
too charitable, almost.
I'm not gonna lie though, it's Pacific Division. I don't watch that much of the Islanders or the Islanders, the Oilers.
No, that's okay.
Every now
did
and then,
not
every
do
now and then,
that.
I get on a hockey kick, and I'll watch.
Just
I'll-
watch
I'll
just
just
some
have the
games that are
games
going
on the whole
on,
night. Yeah, and then I'll go to
Yeah.
sleep, and I'll lay down in bed, and I just have like a Western game on.
Do that every once in a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's well, you're looking at your main issue right there.
Jeez.
Is that dude makes way too much money for
hmm
he essentially is getting paid. I mean, I'm sure he works hard, but in terms of like what he's producing, he's getting paid to for nothing. Like
Yeah.
highway robbery there, dude.
Yeah, defensively too. I haven't really seen. That's the thing. Like when you look at that decor, Bouchard isn't really a defensive defenseman. He just takes
No,
clap
his whole
bombs.
thing is offense.
He
Yeah,
just takes clap
like,
bombs.
he just takes clap. That's what. That's
I
for
yeah.
you.
do.
He's Nick and
I
Chell.
do love me a good clap bomb, but you need other
Yes.
things.
You need other and Cody Ceci again. I wouldn't say I guess maybe he's defensive, but he's not one of the best defensive
He's
defensemen.
not a good defensive one.
Jeez, dude. Yeah, that decor is. Ooh.
And then add on top of that, as Benny said, their goalies can't stop a beach ball right now.
Yeah, no, they can't.
Do you guys know? You guys know who the two goalies are right now that Edmonton has? So Campbell's out of there. So
I know
it's Stuart
Skinner's
Skinner
one of
and,
them, yeah.
and
Uh,
Calvin Pickard.
Oh,
Calvin freaking Pickard.
nice.
That's a throwback of a name.
That's pretty cool.
Insane, dude.
Cal Pick.
Insane. That's
So
just-
yeah, so trouble over there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like at this point, you've got to think that like everybody's fair game there, as far as like
Yes.
like higher ups, execs, because like look at the like you have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, two like incredibly generational, like two of the best players in the world right now, and you're 2 points ahead of the historically bad San Jose Sharks. Like, are you serious?
It's bad. It's quite
Something's-
bad.
something's wrong.
He should have been fired obviously a long time ago, Ken Holland, but like now, like just fire him now.
Yeah.
Like it's just so bad. Like it's like
was a
accountability. Like you've got to
weird-
have accountability in work.
It was a weird hiring, honestly, when they hired him, because he had come off of just leaving Detroit in shambles,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
salary cap wise,
Yeah.
because he's not very good at signing contracts.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of continued to be not very good at signing contracts. Like,
And let's be real, right? Having those generational players almost covers up the fact people forget they give Edmonton more leniency with the contracts because for so long those players have carried.
Yeah,
you know?
they
So
they
it's
win. Like they've been winning, but it's
Yeah.
because of those two players.
It's
because those two guys
Yeah.
score a big old bunch of goals every night, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah, like
keeps them
do-
afloat.
like do they not like look at the points, y'all? You see McDavid and Draisaitl is
it's-
top two, and then all the way down in like 20th place in the league for points is like Nuge. Like,
It's
yeah.
do you see what's happening here?
it's the Habs with Price, but the other direction. Which
Exactly.
admittedly
Yeah.
is a better way to choose. Like you probably have a better chance of outscoring your
Yeah.
problems than waiting
At
for
this
a
point.
goalie to just prop you up.
At this point, yeah.
But neither option is very good because hockey is such a team-based sport. Like
Yep. You
Yep.
gotta have you gotta have depth
Exactly.
in every position, and right now
you
they
gotta
have
have balance.
barely any defense.
Yeah,
and not
it's
a lot
not
of
good.
depth in forwards, and then obviously
It's-
barely any goaltending, unfortunately.
It's not good.
Well, we can move on. You guys want to play some hurdle?
Oh sure.
Hurdle time, let's
Little
go.
hurdle. You already know.
Right. Oh, also I have a question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
It's an important question.
What do you got?
It involves a beverage of the flavor citrus cherry.
Oh.
I wanted to ask how that was.
Oh, dude, it's just like it's always been.
Just
Okay,
like you
it is a-
remembered.
Yeah. All right,
So I was gonna say I always wondered. Oh, here we go.
dude. It's. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but it's just so good. It's my favorite Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew Game Fuel for those.
Yep,
in the,
Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
the
It's
pod
out
that
now for a
don't know
limited
what
time.
he's
Don't buy
referencing.
it.
Don't
Let
buy.
Mike- let
leave
Mike
it.
buy all of
leave
them.
it in the store, dude. We went by because we didn't. They didn't have them on the shelves in cans when we went the first night, or the first day. So I got they had a 20-ounce bottle, so I got like 6 20-ounce bottles.
Oh.
And then we went back, and I was like, I need to see if there's cans, and we looked, and there was a slot for them, but I think somebody else had came through and bought them all.
had the same idea.
I was like, you bastard.
That's really funny.
So
actually.
I might swing by at some point again and look for them, but yeah, I think somebody else had the same idea, a little touch hole. All right, what are you guys thinking? Are you guys watching?
Nick Backstrom.
Yes.
Nick Backstrom, huh?
That dude. You might have got it.
Nicholas. Oh,
Son of a gun.
Not even
not
close.
quite. You got the center though. Center.
They are a center.
There you go.
And they're in the West.
Jack. Oh, they're in the West.
Western center. Pretty young. Or well, actually,
Rupe
that's
Hintz?
not true at all. Not pretty young.
Mark
still be
Scheifele.
Rupe Hint.
Shifley's got curlier hair.
I was gonna say Rupe Hintz.
I think it's gonna be. Well, let's try. I guess we don't really know. Roop. Okay.
Well, well.
Well, they're not.
It's a
finished.
coyote.
In
It's
between-
a coyote.
in between. It's actually not. It's in the Pacific Division.
Oh, let's go.
Fucking-
In between 35 and 26. Not a Swede, not a Finn.
Nugent Hopkins.
Again, the Pacific
Wait.
Division. Oops. Okay, there we go. It's a little
Oh.
bit something to work with there.
Canadian, and they're
Okay, Mike.
around 30.
Like 31, 32. Yes.
I have a question. Do you think that's Yanni Gord? With slightly long hair, or is his hair shorter? Because Yanni Gord is
I'll
Canadian.
Give it a try. He is, yeah. He's French.
Is
Wait,
he?
how old is he?
How
How old is he?
old is he?
I
That's
thought
the question.
I thought he was like 33.
Mm?
Yeah, give it a click.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Number is close to 37. We have so much right, but still not
dang it!
close. All right, so
it's not a
Pacific
Seattle
teams.
Kraken player either.
LA. Jinx.
That's
Damn
not. Is that Phil Deneau?
No.
Wait.
that's
No.
not
Because his
Phil Deneau.
number
No,
is.
no.
Yeah, no.
Number 40 on
Anaheim. Dude, it could be Anaheim. Just somebody
It's not
we have no
Pedersen.
idea. Oh, Vegas. Let's
Pedersen.
go Vegas. The Cup champs.
Yeah, they have a lot of Canadians.
40.
Where are their
a
centers, though?
Center.
Chandler
Oh, is that
Stevenson.
Chandler, because he's number.
I think he's 20 something.
I have no idea what his number
I'm pretty
is.
sure he's 20, actually. No. I can try it. You want me to try it?
Wait.
Okay.
Vancouver.
Okay. Oh, Vancouver.
Who's on Vancouver? Who's their centers?
31-year-old center.
Pedersen.
Pedersen.
That's not JT Miller.
Not JT Miller.
Yes,
He's
Besser's a
American.
wing, right?
Besser's a winger.
And he's American too, actually.
Garland?
Besser.
Is Garland? Besser's Canadian.
He's
I
a.
think.
I'm pretty sure.
it is?
No, Besser's from Minnesota.
Oh,
Minnesota.
So he is
Oh, yes.
close to being Canadian without being Canadian.
oh,
That's right.
makes sense.
I don't think it's Vancouver.
Calgary, maybe.
Calgary. Is that Lindholm? Is he that old?
I don't think he's Canadian.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, he's definitely not. Whoops. Canadians. That's not Huberdeau, he's a winger. Kadri? That's not Kadri. That's not his silhouette.
No.
Oh, and he's got a higher number anyway. Fucking Pacific Division. They always got to give us Pacific Division, dude. Don't they know we hate that division?
Who's on the Ducks?
Or the
People.
Sharks. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, the Sharks.
Yeah.
Which one? Which Strom is on Washington?
Dylan.
Is it Ryan or Dylan? Dylan's on
Dylan.
Washington. Try Ryan then. He's on the Ducks.
Yeah, why not? Why not at this point?
Oh, come on, Benny. Oh, okay. Hold on. We're gonna go.
Oh my God, it's on the Ducks.
It's a Ducks center.
Oh dear.
Who's their centers?
Who are their old guy centers?
I have no clue. It's got to be like fourth liner.
Is it Vetrano? He can't be that old.
Frank Vetrano.
I don't think he's that old.
No, he's American. He's American though.
Yeah, he is.
He has to be.
I was thinking he was Italian.
Who the fuck is on that team? Was Killorn a center?
No.
I didn't think so.
I feel like the number is 38 or 39, like the jersey number, and I'm trying to think of who that would be.
All I know is they're young players, like Zegras and McTavish and Terry. Like I can't think of any of their old guys.
Who's on the fucking
For depth, they have Strom, Vetrano.
I haven't seen any of these games. I have not seen a Ducks game yet.
No, I haven't either.
But I really want those purple jerseys.
They do look pretty good.
This is gonna drive me nuts, dude.
I don't know if we're gonna get this, fellas.
There's been names that have been doing stuff. Vetrano got a hat trick, I think, at some point, but he's American.
Are we
Is he
positive
American?
about that? I was gonna say I have no clue. That sounds
Maybe
right. I could see.
I'm
I could
pretty
definitely
sure he
see him
is.
being
I think he
American, but
is.
Should we
Gosh,
try it?
dang it!
Yeah, just try it because I don't have any other Anaheim names for you, so just give it a go.
Yeah.
Ho! Nope. Oh, he's a winger, and he's American. Yep.
How many more guesses? We got 2 more guesses.
Two more. We know the team, but that doesn't help us.
Could you try a guy named Comtois? Matt something.
Oh.
He's not there anymore. He's not there
Right, he's
anymore.
not. Dang it, dude. Ah,
Gosh,
gorsh.
Who's the old fuck on that team?
I don't know.
Who's
We,
the old
we
one?
ain't getting it.
Raquel.
He ain't that old, is he?
He's not Canadian.
He's also not there.
He's on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Which guy's still there? There's still somebody there.
Silverberg. Silverberg.
Is Adam Henrique Canadian?
Oh yes. Wait. Yes.
Who is it?
Adam,
Van-
Adam Henrique.
Oh,
Henry.
Henry.
Henrique.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Van something.
Oh my god.
Oh my God,
We're
how?
guessing everything.
Fuck.
Who is that?
Who is it?
You know what sucks too? It's gonna be
I
a guy
really
who's
thought
been
I
in the
had it
league.
there.
We're gonna know who this is because they've been in the league. If they're
Is
if
it Pat
they're
Maroon? Just kidding.
He's
He's in Minnesota.
I really want to get this now.
this is so annoying.
I have nothing to add to this. I'm just waiting for you guys to get it. I have no clue.
Who the
son of a
fuck
gun?
is on the Ducks?
I'm gonna look it up, and then you guys get to guess.
Okay.
Eric, you got anything?
Dude, Comtois was my big guy, but I forgot he left.
So Henrique is there.
Let's have a look here.
Yeah, tell me, is it somebody I would know?
And I don't think so. I found him. I don't think so.
Oh dear.
I think
I don't want to
that's
throw
him,
in
yeah.
the towel yet, man. What's the?
I don't want it
Actually,
either,
don't-
but
don't
I
tell
don't
us
have.
the-
I don't have shit, so I think we gotta.
You want a hint?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Give me a hint.
All right. The initials are SC. I don't know if you even know who this is, man.
SC. Oh
Like
my
his
god.
name is slightly familiar.
SC.
Those are the initials, first and last. Like his name is slightly familiar, but like I don't. Here, I'll give you his point totals. 176 games played, 21 goals, 21 assists. Hey,
Oh,
that's
so
kind of cool.
dude's barely played.
Yeah, 13 games this season. He's played the whole year, I think. 3 goals, 2 assists.
Yeah, I don't.
Is his
have
first
it.
name? Is his first name Scott?
No.
Is his first name Sergey?
Okay, we're not doing that. I believe it is Sam Carrick.
Oh,
Yeah, we weren't gonna get this fella.
I hate Hurdle today.
Do we
I hate
try
it.
another one, or do we just?
No.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
we don't.
Good idea. All right.
Hurdle said sit down.
Let's take
Go
a
to
quick,
sleep.
quick little,
Carrick. Fucking A.
quick little break, and we'll be back in just a second. All right, we've returned. So we're gonna check in here, gentlemen, with some league stats. So, wait, did I not? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Okay. So points. You got my own player, Elias Pettersson, leading the way in points, 25.
Very nice.
The Jack Hughes reign is over.
Yeah.
He's slowed down, I guess, eh?
He's
got
injured.
injured.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
He's
he's been
injured,
out
yeah.
for like a week or two now,
My
right?
team's in shambles.
That's freaking lame.
Yeah.
My team's in shambles.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
I'm saying that you have
That's
found your
unfortunate.
new IR guy.
Yep.
It is Jack Hughes.
hate
Second
it.
place is Cooch, but he's done it in like spurts. Like he had those 3 games with 11 points, and then he had like early on he had like a shitload
3
of points
games with
in the
11
first couple
points.
points.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah. He's done
That's
it in spurts.
insane.
He's not been very.
I think one of those
consistent.
games was against the Habs.
I
I think he
yeah.
factored into most of those
I
4
think so.
goals in that first period.
think he probably did. Yeah. But yeah, notably very high up, William Nylander in points. He is 5th.
He's playing great. He's
Tied
playing
for 3rd,
great.
actually.
He heard
He
all that shit people were saying
Yep.
about him not being worth 10 mil a year, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, you think
Yeah.
so? Do ya?
Dude, he's
He's looking back at Matthews, being like, "Yeah, 13 million." Someone say 14.
I think
Yeah.
Matthews is still ahead of him. I think he has he has an insane amount of goals because he had 3 hat tricks, didn't he?
William
What does he
Nylander
have
has 22
points-wise?
points. I do not see Austin Matthews in the top 10.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I think Matthews still has more goals though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, Austin Matthews 13 goals is leading. Oh, and in second,
Yeah.
who'd have thunk it? Nikita Kucherov, second in goal scoring right now. The
Wow,
man
that's
who
not-
loves to
Guys are lit.
pass.
Damn,
And then
almost like he's good at hockey.
yeah, and then Sam Reinhart with 11. Yeah, it's almost like if he shoots, it'll go in.
It's
sometimes.
going in, yeah.
Cooch, come on. Yeah. Points. Let me see. I wanted to look more at the points. Also notable, Quinn Hughes. Look at this guy.
Well, he's killing it.
Yeah, he's
He's
tied
my
for
guy.
3rd as well. Tied for 3rd as
He's
well.
my guy.
With
He's
at
doing
22.
great.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
He's doing great.
Yep. What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking? Let me have a look here. God, Sam
It's
Reinhart.
still early.
Look at that guy go. Notably not very high up. Was he hurt as well? What the fuck is his name? McKinnon. Was he hurt as well, or
I
is he
don't
just
think
kind of doing
so. I
crappy?
think Colorado's just been having an interesting time.
Okay. Rantanen's in
I
11th.
don't think he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Rantanen's in 11th. Cale Makar is pretty low down. Cale Makar right behind Victor Hedman. Old ass Victor Hedman.
Old ass.
Very
Victor.
old Victor Hedman.
Old Victor.
It's pretty interesting. Oh, Braden Point's actually not that far back either. I thought he was having an off year. Oh well. Let's see. Let's see the Canadians' top guy. Who is it, Benny? I'm sure you already know.
I'm pretty sure it's Cole. I think he has 15 points.
Okay, thank you for that number to look at, because I was looking and I didn't see any. What am I looking for? MTL. Cole Caulfield,
Pretty sure-
14 points.
Okay, pretty
46th.
close.
Yeah,
There we go.
Not bad. Not bad. Right behind Habs legend Tyler Toffoli with 14 as well.
Hell yeah.
That's actually- I guess
Habs
okay.
legend.
I miss that man. I miss that man. They didn't really get. That was not the best value trade they did with him. I mean, they got a first round pick, so I guess it wasn't too crazy. They
you're
did better
talking
than
about-
Calgary did, actually.
Yeah.
When they sent
I see.
Toffoli away.
Yep.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, we'll head to defenseman. Interesting. So Victor Hedman is second for defenseman. Quinn Hughes obviously is first. Cale Makar is right behind Hedman. There's a lot going on here. Travis Sanheim. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. So goaltending. Who has the best goals against average, gentlemen? Give me a guess.
Who
unless you're
has the
looking at
best
it.
goals against average?
In the NHL.
Or do you want to do save percentage? 'Cause we can do that too. It's the same answer.
I'm
Is
gonna
it Lena? It's
say
Lena Solmark. Gotta be Lena Solmark.
Eric?
I'm gonna say Swayman.
It is Jeremy Swayman. Yep.
It is
Oh,
Jeremy
fuck.
Swayman. Hell yeah.
He's probably played less games. I don't know who they're
I was gonna say
starting.
that's why.
I don't know who they're starting, but
It's
Yeah.
back and
944.
forth.
It's pretty even. Holy shit!
Swayman.
944. And then right behind him, another backup, Semyon Varlamov.
Yeah, Varlamov's up there.
Oh.
He's having a better season so far than
940.
Sorokin, but obviously a much smaller sample size.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Sorokin's probably getting thrown.
It's a
a lot
smaller
more.
sample
He's getting-
size.
Sorokin's getting abused by the really good teams that the Islanders
Yeah.
can't defend against.
Oh, and then it's
Yeah.
8, and then save percentage is Aiden Hill, and then in fourth, Columbus Blue Jackets legend, Jonathan Quick.
Columbus Blue Jackets legend.
Hell yeah! He's known for
yeah.
playing with them and nobody else.
Linus Ullmark is what is that, 8th?
Damn, I wasn't even close.
Yeah, but he's an 8th. There's no Bolts goalies up there. Not no Habs goalies and no Senators goalies.
There wouldn't be.
So yeah.
Huh?
And the shutout leader is Tristan Jarry with 3.
Really?
Tristan
Tied
Jarry.
in
Tristan
second.
Jarry.
Jonas Johansson, baby.
Hey, would you look at
Ooh.
that?
He
Yeah,
got-
he honestly, like, I know there's been issues, but all things considered,
Oh,
I
he's
don't know
been
if you
great.
could expect, you couldn't expect him to do any better than he's been doing.
he's been
like,
great.
realistically.
Like he has not been the
Yeah.
problem. He's been very
Dude,
good.
Yeah.
Mike, he was the one who got 2 shutouts in preseason too, right?
Yeah. Or I don't know if
So
it
that
was 2
man-
or if it was 1, but he's been very good.
Dude, that man include preseason in those stats. Buff him up. 4 shutouts, baby.
All right, rookies. Who's leading in points?
Oh,
Big
Still
goals.
Bedard, right? Still Bedard.
It's
Who is it?
it's
Or no, I think it is Bedard, but I think Cooley is either close or tied with him.
I thought Cooley is still in the lead.
Well,
Uh,
that's my guess. I don't know.
Points. Connor Bedard with 13. So
Benny.
that's got to be almost a point per game.
Yeah,
Pretty close.
around there anyway. Yeah.
Logan Cooley is 11, and he came in late, so he probably is about a point per game, eh? Wasn't he a couple games late into the season?
He-
He missed
No,
the
I think
first
he
week,
was.
didn't
I think he just started slow. I don't think
Oh.
he was. I think he made it because he was playing preseason. I think he was good because he
Oh,
did
never
that crazy
mind.
preseason goal in Australia.
I did see that, yeah.
So where is
Which
Leo
like
Carlson?
he single-handedly like just made everything about that trip the NHL made worth it with that
Yeah.
one goal.
Yeah.
Because that one goal was enough to get some people in that building to be like, "What the fuck?
Holy shit.
This is what hockey can be."
And it was awesome.
Holy
too.
shit.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Leo Carlson is tied for 9th with 7.
Oh, so he's still down low.
Well, he's been doing really well in the games
Yeah.
he played, but from what I
Yes.
know of what they've been doing, I'm pretty sure they're like load managing him. Like they're not playing him every game. Like
I
they're
don't hate
picking
that.
spots with him.
I don't
Yeah.
hate that. Don't just
kinda get
don't
him-
send him out against like Vegas and like destroy his
Right. I'm
confidence,
pretty
you know?
sure that's what they've been doing. I think they said that on like 32 Thoughts or some shit. I've
Not
been
a bad
listening
play.
to too many hockey podcasts this year.
Connor Bedard, 9 goals.
I
So he's
am
continuing
really
on.
glad I
you grabbed
didn't
that
drop
guy.
him.
Yep.
I'm really glad I didn't drop him when I
Mm-hmm.
almost did because
And here's what you might
he's
like.
been good.
Here's something you might like, Eric. Second for goals is Leo Carlson with 6. So 6 of his 7 points are
Hey, there
goals.
we go.
That's I was gonna, dude. The guy's shot is lethal.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel!
Yeah. Who Mitchkov was the one you wanted the Habs to grab, huh?
Yeah, the Flyers got him.
Yeah. So you're probably seeing Minchukov.
Yeah, it's not him. Yeah.
different. Yeah, different.
I was
guy.
looking for him, but I didn't know.
Yeah, because he's not playing. He's in the KHL this year, and he's fucking wrecking shop. It's not the decision isn't looking any better. Just checking in on that.
All right.
It's
do a
only looking
check-in.
worse.
Do a check-in.
Yeah.
Assist leader for rookies is Logan Cooley with 10. So 10 of his 11 points are assists.
Holy shit. Okay, so he's just
he's a setup man.
Yeah, because he had it. I think he had an OT. I think it was an OT winner or a tying goal. It was like the game before they played the Habs, and then he came in and set up Arizona's winning goal in that game, and then that just made the taking Uri over him look that much
worse.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Everything will be fine.
Maybe.
All right then. Who wants to talk about fantasy?
Me.
We'll go on in. Go on in. So you have the lead right now, correct?
So I'm gonna lose to Mike's dad tonight, guys.
No.
I'm just gonna let you know right now.
Well, to be honest, my dad could use a win.
Okay, first off, he can use a win. Second off, he's 3 points away from getting that. Okay, all right, we're gonna start off with this week for me. So in the lead by like 60 points against Mike's dad, Frank Petrano decides to just go off. So does McTavish, all of his Ducks players, because they're playing the Sharks, and the Sharks are hot garbage, as we've discussed.
I literally went like earlier today. I was like, I need a boost. Is there any Ducks guys on the waiver wire?
She's been doing the same thing. She's like, all right, who's playing the Sharks?
But there wasn't anybody on the waiver wire from the Ducks today. I was like, damn it, I needed a bit of a boost here, and I just couldn't find it.
Yeah. Everybody else has the same idea. Who's playing the Sharks?
Yes.
Pick him up.
So I'm probably gonna lose. This is the story. This is Mike's parents are destroying me in fantasy this year. So you have Mike's dad who's about to come back and win. Yeah, literally.
Except for Ben's also getting destroyed this week.
It's close though. It's close.
Week 3.
I think it's close, but for 10 o'clock on a Sunday, it's not close.
Week 3.
No, she won by 27 points.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 27 points.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm not the only one getting destroyed by Mike's parents.
Well, my mom had a terrible team at the start.
Yeah.
Dude, so your mom, ready for this? I helped her turn her season around. Week 3, we're gonna go back to it. I don't know. I didn't really help. But anyway, so week 3, I left some points on the bench.
Oh yeah.
And Sonia's nice team had 340 points. I had 339.1.
And you had like a good 20 points on the bench, I think, that one day. Oh,
yep.
No.
And I'm like, I was traveling that week and I forgot to set my lineup, and I'm like, oh. So yeah, feels bad. And then what happened after that? Go ahead, Benny.
I was just saying, my problem this week was I started the week like 5 games back of what your mom had for like games played this week, Mike. And it was at the point where like I was looking at my roster and I'm like, there's nobody on here that I can justify dropping for some rando to try to gain games.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was like, what do I even do here? And then later in the week I dropped Jake Sanderson and picked up Mike Matheson because the Sens are not doing it, and Mike Matheson's been scoring some goals at least. But I've had 4 fewer games played than her, and I'm that close, so I'll take it.
Yeah, you could have definitely been a little closer.
I had a 41 point week and lost.
Yeah, that's rough there.
Like, what the fuck?
That's insane, dude.
Anyway,
I thought I had it rough. I hadn't even looked at any of the other matchups. I was like, I got 370 points and I'm gonna lose. And I look and I have the 3rd lowest point total in the league. I'm like, okay, I guess it makes sense. Yeah.
Ben, you actually beat me one of the weeks too. Ben beat me by like 20.
Oh, that was my win? Okay.
Week 4. That was week 4.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll do a little standings update since we didn't have a show last week. So right now, before this week is done, so after last week, me and Nick were at the top of the league, both 4-0, and I had 1,300 points. He only had 1,173 points. So I had the first place. Nick was in second. Then it was Dr. Bones' boners, 2-2. and then he's tied, or he's third because he's got more points. And then Danielle and my mom were also 2-2, and Danielle in fourth, my mom in fifth, and it was Benny in sixth, 1-3. Eric, you were in seventh, 1-3, and then
Yeah.
my dad is 0-4. My dad's still looking for his first win, and it appears
He's gonna get it.
he's not got it yet.
No,
I
he
don't
does.
think
Wait,
I don't
hold on,
think
hold on.
the
Does he?
I don't think the standings are going to change at all though. If Mr. Campbell wins,
These standings are
they'll
going to
stay the
change.
same.
The standings are going to change because Nick is going to beat me, so I will drop to 4-1.
Oh,
And
okay.
Nick will go up to 5-0. So me and Nick will switch.
Our bottom
Dang,
three
dude,
will
Nick's
stay in
5-0.
the exact same spot though.
What'd you say, Eric?
Nick's 5-0. Holy crap! Yeah, I
Nick
see
is
that
going to
now.
be 5-0. Yep.
Yeah, damn.
Yep.
See, I'm annoyed because if we were playing our old way, I would be third.
Yeah. So the old way we used to do it was it was just a slog of a season all year, total points.
Yeah.
It was just total points.
Yeah.
I must say I think this is more fun.
Is
Yes.
definitely it is better. I'm just salty.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't blame you. Yeah. See, because Nick is gonna be first, and
Have way less
and
points.
he's
than
gonna
you.
have way less points than everybody else. Like he's gonna have,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
like the second least points or the third least points,
Yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of impressive.
and he's gonna be he's just gotten lucky with his matchups. He's just
How,
I was
gotten
gonna
how does
say-
that even work? Yeah,
So
like
this is how it works. So every team that he's played
just had bad off
has had
weeks
bad
or had
weeks.
fewer games played.
in
that
my team, I'm
specific
looking at
week,
my
yeah.
team, and I'm like, wow, my team's having a bad week. So he's just been playing every team
Yep.
at their bad week.
You
So
know
you
what,
hear it,
guys?
Nick,
Remember,
it's
it's a long
luck.
season. It's a long season.
It's all
a
luck
long
for you,
season.
Nick. You don't have.
I looked
skill.
though. There's only like 22 weeks before playoffs happen
Yeah,
because I looked ahead. So it was a long season, but
it's a long season,
Give
but it's
it- give
also
it-
yeah.
give it 3 or 4 more weeks, and we're gonna be getting to okay. If you haven't dug yourself out of your hole, you're kind of boned. So
Wait, hold on
I
one
gotta
sec,
put in
though.
some work.
Aren't there playoff matchups? Isn't that how we're
Yes.
doing it? So it doesn't matter
There
what
are,
place you're
but
in,
you
but
have
you get to
to-
verse.
Oh no. It's top half. I did top
Yeah.
half of the league makes playoffs, so that's only the top
Yeah.
4 teams.
I didn't know this.
Yep.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I'm about to.
You got to
I'm
pick it
about
up,
to
bud.
cry.
So
I'm about
So
to cry.
and then it'll be the first place will play fourth place, and then second and third, and then winners
Yeah.
play.
I'm
so-
about to Lou Lamorella myself and
Hey.
tank my season so they fire me.
Oh, all right.
I'm
or
kidding.
tank your season for good draft order next year.
You could tank your season for
No.
good draft
No,
order, but there will be
no, that's-
keepers, so you got to think who's the best
no.
player going to be. that you can take.
That's a decision to make far down the line. That's
wait,
it.
You know what I thought about? I thought about it. I was like, I wonder if there's a way, and there totally is. I would just have to keep track of everything. If you could trade picks, like,
Oh, that'd be cool.
because I can
That'd be-
give,
yeah.
I can do pick swaps. So
Oh,
like,
you can like set up the order like
Yeah.
beforehand.
So I
Yeah.
could give if one of you wanted to swap like a last. Oh dang, I lost. If one of you wanted to swap
Oh,
like a 15th round pick for like a third round
Yeah.
pick, I could do that in the
That's interesting.
in the thing. I don't think I would be
Like,
able to.
You could just say that, and then that would predicate how the trade goes. Like in our it's say you're saying you're gonna give like probably a less good player to get a good player back. You'd be like, I will give you my
Mhm.
third round pick for a 15th, and then you would just we
So
would
it'd be
have to
like-
get
it'd
on
be
like
like-
a trade call with you.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'll give you
Like-
I'll give you a third rounder and like this fella who's not that good for
Yeah.
your really good player, and I'll take your 15th round pick. Is basically
Yeah.
what you're saying, yeah.
yeah.
Because every team has to have 16 picks at the beginning of the year, so you can't.
We would have to,
do that.
Get on a trade call with you, or if it was you trading, we would have to have somebody else as a witness.
yeah, right. That's kind of interesting though. Maybe I'll think about that when we get closer to the end.
I mean, that would be. I mean, we would have to have like a communal Google Doc.
I'll have to
that-
write it down and make sure I keep
Yeah.
track. Yeah, so we're like, why the
Yeah.
hell don't I have this? Don't you remember that trade?
Yeah,
That's
that could be
interesting.
fun though.
That could be fun. Yeah.
That is kind of fun. I
You
like
know
that
what?
idea.
I will set it up. Not today, but another day. I'll set it up and I can tell the group.
We have a mid-season just Discord call.
We could do
Just
that,
be like,
yeah.
all right, we're having our GM meeting in Florida here.
Mid-season GM meeting, yeah. What kind of
Just be like,
changes do you want to see?
We're fully explaining these changes that are coming into effect now.
Yep. Yep. I'll tell you this. I'm gonna ship off my 15th rounder for Cooch from my dad, or my 3rd rounder. All right. You guys got anything else?
Oh, I think I'm good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody have a good week, and we will hopefully see you next week. I'm up north next week, but I will be back down by Sunday.
Ooh.
I'll be
Nice.
good for next.
What are you
week
doing
as
up
well.
north?
Chilling out with the family. We're doing I don't know why, but we're doing that's why. So we're doing Thanksgiving with my family because my sister, who has moved to South Carolina, by the way. I don't know if I told you guys that.
Yes. No, you said
I
that was
saw it on her
happening. So it's
Instagram
happened.
as well.
It's happened.
Yep. So she's moved.
Very nice.
Yeah, and you know the funny thing too is I think it's been a couple years that she's been in Tampa now,
Yeah.
or in the area, and
Mhm.
so it's hot as balls. And she comes up to South Carolina, and the first weekend she's there, it's like 37 degrees.
That's hilarious because I mean that's
That's pretty
more
great.
rare
That's pretty
for them down there, but like I
Oh,
know it's
yeah.
probably it's way more likely that you'll get a occasional cooler day in South
Yeah,
Carolina
and
than it is in
I was
Florida.
loving it. I was like, that's right.
Yeah.
You're back. Not even though. It's like Jesus.
Yeah,
But no,
you're
it
not
was
even.
funny.
It's not even that bad.
That's as cold as it's gonna get.
right.
pretty
Yeah, and
much
it's not
there.
going to be very often.
Yeah. Now, like that's a balmy winter day up here.
Really? Yeah.
No, yeah. So flights are shitty, like around Thanksgiving, like expensive as balls. So we're just
Right,
doing Thanksgiving on a different weekend.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. That's cool.
So yeah,
Oh, I see Danielle over in Desert Town. We're
Yep.
about to be over there with her.
that's right. All right. So we'll see everybody next week. Hopefully we got Nick next week, and we can
Yes.
we can talk some shit to him. I'm gonna tell him that he's a poser in fantasy. He's a poser.
In everybody's
you're a-
bad week.
You beat everybody when they suck. All right. See ya.
The statistics say it. I mean, it's not even us.